And welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to finally be sitting down and filming again. I feel like I haven't filmed in frickin' ever. So weird. So anyways, as you guys know, if any of you guys are subscribed to my channel, you already know that I'm doing like my little series with the MannyMUA palette right now. Today's look is something that I've never done before. So just recently, I don't even know where she was going, but Kendall Jenner went out and she was wearing this like black one shoulder dress with like this red and like floral like drapey thing on the other side, and like, ugh, she just looked so beautiful. And I loved her makeup. So one of the many amazing makeup artists that do the Kardashians and the Jenners all the time is Makeup by Ariel. He is really good. I mean, my favorite is Harouche, but Makeup by Ariel, he's right up there. He's super good. And he did this makeup on Kendall Jenner when she was wearing that amazing dress. And as you can see, it's like super simple, just very glowy, soft eyes, the bright lip. And I just thought it was so pretty for summer, because it's so like downplayed, but still so like, oh, I just loved it. And I thought she looked absolutely gorgeous. And I thought she looked absolutely beautiful. And the colors in this eye look are colors that are in the MannyMUA palette, and I was like, oh my god, perfect. I just instantly fell in love with this makeup and I wanted to recreate it so bad. So that is exactly what I did. So if you're interested in seeing how I got this Kendall Jenner inspired makeup look, then just go ahead and keep on watching. Okay, so I have already primed my eyes and set them with some translucent powder. So I'm going to pick up my MannyMUA palette, and I'm just going to go into the color Frappe, and I'm going to start to apply this directly into my crease. I'm just going back and forth in little windshield wiper motions to put this all through my crease, and then I'm flicking it out on the edge. I really want to make sure that I'm flicking it out on the edge because we're not going to do a winged eyeliner, but if you noticed in the picture of Kendall Jenner, her eyes have like a wing type effect made with the eyeshadow on the edges. So I already want to start creating that shape and kind of mapping that out. So again, just dragging this color all the way through my crease and then flicking it out to start making that wing-like shape on the edges. I'm applying the most product directly inside of my crease to really define my crease and add more definition to my eyes. And then once I see that the brush is letting out less product, I'm blending it up towards my brow bone so we get that really nice blended ombre type looking effect and there's no harsh lines. So when I initially started, I was using like a flat crease brush to really help define my crease. So now I just picked up a big fluffy brush, dipped it into Frappe very lightly. I didn't pick up too much of Frappe, and I'm just going over all that and making sure everything is nice and blended and very airbrushed looking. I don't want any harsh lines in this look because again, it's a very soft, natural looking eye. So now I'm going to pick up the color Luna, which is just like a super beautiful, glowy eyeshadow that has like a little bit of a rosy undertone, which I love because anything like pink and rosy really looks like healthy and like, oh, I just love it. So I'm just using a little flat brush to pack this in all over my lid from the innermost corner all the way to the outermost corner. I want my eyes to look super glowy and dewy and awake and alive and youthful and any other awesome word you can think of. That's how I want my eyes to look. So I'm putting this all over my lid. Now I'm going to pick up the color Artemis on a big fluffy brush, and I'm just going to dust that right on top of the Luna color. The Luna color is super pretty and bright, but it does have a little bit too much of a pinky iridescence to it, and I wanted this to be a little bit more creamy looking. But I didn't want to use Artemis on its own because Artemis is way too like frosty looking, but the two mixed together look beautiful. So I just dusted this very lightly on top of the Luna color because I didn't want it to be too frosty. I'm also going to dust some of this up in the area underneath of the inner part of my brow bone just to add a nice glow to the inner part of my eyes. So now I'm going to go ahead and start working on my face. I'm going to prime my face using my Tarte BB cream. I'm in the color medium right now. I'm using this as my primer today because It gives a little bit more coverage than a normal primer does because it is a BB cream, and I'm using a pretty sheer foundation today. So just to compensate for the sheerness of my foundation, I'm going to use a primer with a little bit more coverage. And the foundation I'm using is my Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. So I'm just going to dip my damp Real Techniques sponge into that foundation, and I'm just going to start to press this in all over my face as I always do, using little pouncing motions until it is nice and blended out all over my face. Now I'm going to use my Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. I have been using this stuff quite a bit lately. It's just super duper easy to work with, and it really does help to brighten my under eye area. So I just like to use a little synthetic brush to put this right underneath of my eyes in the areas where I get the most darkness, and then I'll take my damp beauty sponge and just start doing little pouncing motions to blend that out. And then once I'm done blending that out, I'll just apply my concealer right on top as I normally do, and I just have seen such a difference in my under eyes. Like, my under eyes look so much brighter. It's awesome. So I'm using my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer today, and I am using that little wand to sharpen up the edge of my eyeshadow. I have been using my Tarte Rainforest of the Seas concealer way more lately because I just like how it gives such a nice, soft, natural looking conceal to the face. But because this look is so glamorous and it's very Kardashian, I want something with a little bit more coverage, and I wanted something that was going to be a little bit brighter, and that's why I decided to use my Urban Decay and Naked Skin Concealer. I have been using this technique that I'm doing right now for my concealer lately, and I have been liking it so much better. So what I like to do is I like to take a little synthetic brush and start to press all of my concealer into my face, and then once I've blended out all my concealer with a synthetic brush, I like to go over all that with the damp beauty blender just to pick up any excess product. I found that I just get a lot of, like, a much better coverage when I do it this way as opposed to just using the beauty blender. The beauty blender can sometimes pick up too much product, so when I use a synthetic brush first and then just tidy it up with the beauty blender, I find that I get a much more full coverage finish. So now I'm just going to buff out any excess product in my under eyes that already got stuck in my little creases, and then I'm going to pick up some RCMA no color powder and just bake right there in the areas right underneath of my eyes. This is just going to help to keep my eyes from creasing throughout the day and really help my concealer last, and it's also going to help to brighten my concealer and my under eye area just a tad. Now, when I use my RCMA no color powder, I like to bake my entire under eye area because, again, it does really help with the brightness, and it really does help to make my concealer stick and stay and not move throughout the night. But when I use my Laura Mercier powder, I can't do this. The Laura Mercier powder is just way too drying for my skin in specific. So if I bake my whole under eye area with that, it's just like cracking all under my eyes, and it's so uncomfortable and it looks so bad. So I can only do this with the RCMA no color powder. I'm also going to bake my forehead because I do tend to crease on my forehead a lot. And I'm also going to bake my smile lines, which you'll see right now, because I crease on my smile lines a lot because I just smile too much, guys. What am I going to do? I'm not going to stop smiling, that's for sure. Thank God for bacon. Thank you, Jesus. So while all that bakage was sitting and baking and doing its job, I went ahead and put on my eyebrows, and now I'm just dusting away all of that powder. So because Kendall Jenner is looking so glowy and bright and perfect in this with this makeup on, I'm going to go ahead and set my under eyes with the banana powder from the Tarte Skin Twinkle palette. This, to me, is the best banana powder in the entire world. It is just so brightening and glowy and beautiful without looking shimmery or sparkly or oily. This powder is just perfection. I absolutely love it. So I'm going to put this over all the areas of my face where I put concealer. Now I'm just going to set the rest of my face using my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. Right now I'm in the color Medium Golden. And I'm just going to put this in all the areas of my face where I didn't put any of that banana powder. So now I'm just going to go ahead and bronze up my face and give it a nice sun-kissed glow. I'm going to use my Nars Laguna bronzer and use the little baby eater brush that comes with it. I'm not going to contour my face today. I'm really just going to bronze it up. I just think that just sticking to a bronzer in the areas where we would normally contour really looks a lot more natural, looks a lot more soft, and really goes more with this look that Kendall Jenner was rocking that night. So I'm using this little brush to really define my cheekbones and make that nice line. And then after I make that harsh line, as you see me doing right now, I just start doing little circular motions to blend it out. So I'm kind of doing like a contour but with my bronzer, which is going to look more natural than using a cool toned powder to really chisel out and contour my face. Using whatever's left over on that brush, I'm just following along my jawline to define my jawline just a little bit more. Using my MAC 135 brush, I'm just going to pick up a little bit more of that Laguna bronzer and kind of just go over my cheeks to make sure that they're nice and blended and that there's no harsh lines. And then I'm also going to bronze up my forehead with this brush up against my hairline just so that I have a nice even bronze distributed all over my face and I don't just have brown cheekbones. You always want to make sure that you have like an even bronze over your face, because if not, it could just start to look like you have dirty cheeks and that would look weird. So now I'm picking up my RCMA no color powder and I'm just gonna bake right underneath that, right underneath of my bronze, not contour, my bad, to bake right underneath of my bronze. Even though I didn't contour, I still want definition with my face, so that's why I'm gonna kind of chisel out my bronze so that it's kind of like a bronze and contour in one, right? But while that's baking, I'm gonna pick up my Becca Cosmetics liquid Illuminator, liquid Illuminator in the color Moonstone, and I'm just using this little baby blender to apply this on the highest points of my cheeks. I just like using the little blender because I feel like it blends it out really well, and I'm just applying that to the highest points of my cheekbones, the tip of my nose, and my Cupid's bow. So now to further intensify that highlight, because let's be real, Kendall Jenner was glowing that night, and we want to glow like Kendall Jenner. So I'm going to pick up my glow kit from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm going to mix together the colors Bubbly and Dripping in Gold, and I'm just going to go ahead and highlight my cheekbones. Using whatever's left over on the brush, I'm dragging that onto the actual apples of my cheeks, because when I'm facing forward and I smile, I want you to be able to see the glow on my cheeks. I don't want you to just see it if my face is turned to the side. I want you to be able to see it from the front, from the back, from every single angle. So I'm just going to put some also on the tip of my nose, on my Cupid's bow, dust whatever's left over on the brush on my chin, and I'm also going to put some right on top of my eyebrow so that I have a nice, beautiful glow going on all over my face. So now I just took my sponge and I spritzed it with some Fix Plus, and I'm just pressing that right on top of the areas where I highlighted to help it blend in better with my skin and to not look so powdery on my face. Now I'm taking this Wet n Wild blush in the color Apricot in the middle, which I have been obsessed with lately, and I'm just dusting some of that right onto the apples of my cheeks and then dragging it up in between my bronze and my highlight to fuse everything together. I wanted to use a really nice soft blush, and I don't want anything too pink or too intense because, I don't know, I wanted it to look nice and soft like it did on Kendall Jenner. And now I'm just wiping away all that bakage with a stippling brush and then kind of making sure that everything is nice and blended together all over my face. So now I'm just going to pick up my glow kit one more time and I'm going to go into the color Golden Bronze, and I'm just going to dust this right on top of the areas where I bronzed my face. I absolutely love this color from this glow kit. I just love putting it on top of my bronzer because it adds such a nice natural glow when you apply it on top of your bronzer, and it really does make your face look more youthful and healthy and glowy, and I just love it. So now I'm going to go back into my MannyMUA palette and I'm going to go into the color Frappe, and I'm going to start to apply this all on my lower lash line. Once I apply it on my lower lash line, I'm dragging it up to connect to that nice sharp line that we made on the top part of our eyeshadow so that we get that nice angled like wing type effect that's all blended together. Once I apply it, I'm just taking a big fluffy brush, blending it out to make sure there's no harsh lines, and then I'm taking a little flat brush, picking up a little bit of like a cream colored eyeshadow and just cleaning up the edge to make sure that there's not like eyeshadow too far down, just to clean up the edge, you know, make it look sharp but not too sharp. Using the same two colors from that Anastasia Glow Kit that I used to highlight my face, I'm just going to go ahead and highlight the inner corners of my eyes, and I'm also going to highlight right underneath of my eyebrows on my brow bone. So Kendall Jenner didn't have any crazy intense lashes going on with this look, so I didn't want to put a crazy intense lash. I just took some of these little Ardell individual lashes in the size medium, and I applied like 3 or 4 just on the outer edges of my eyes to make it look wispy and full, but not like it was too much. And now I'm just applying a little bit of my Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara right on top. I'm also tightlining my top lash line with a black eyeliner just to bring a little bit more attention to my lash line and a little bit of lashes that I applied, because we're gonna leave the bottom totally naked. We're not gonna put any mascara on the bottom because in the picture she doesn't have any mascara on the bottom or any eyeliner in her lash line. It's just super naked. So now I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips. This is Kylie Cosmetics 22 lip liner, which is like a really pretty like orangey terracotta-y type color. And now I'm just gonna apply my lipstick. This is the NYX lipstick in the color Indie Flick. I love this color, I wear it all the time. It's like this really pretty, like orange, red, bright color, and these lipsticks are so comfortable. I love them. So I went ahead and looked at the picture of Kendall one more time, and I was like, hey, something's missing. And it was the glitter. How could I not put the glitter? I don't know, but whatever. I picked up the eye candy glitter in the color Candy Coin, and I just took a fluffy brush and I spritzed it with some Fix Plus, dipped it into the glitter, and I started to just very lightly dust that on the inner part of my eye from my lid all the way up to my brow bone. I didn't use a glitter glue, I didn't use anything like that because I didn't want an intense application of glitter. I wanted a very soft wash of glitter across my eyes, which is what Kendall Jenner had going on, so that is exactly what I did. So then I went ahead and applied a gloss on top of that lipstick because I wanted more of a glossy looking lip to go with this whole glowy look. And I used Anastasia Beverly Hills Socialite lip gloss. If it was up to me and there's one thing I could change, it'd be this lip gloss. I think this lip gloss was too red for the look, and I liked more of the orange lip, but you know, whatever, it is what it is. And here's the final look. And this is the finished look, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Can you tell that I kind of tried? You know, Kendall was wearing that like one shoulder black top, and I was like, I'll wear a one shoulder black top too. Be kind of like Kendall Jenner. Maybe, I don't know. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you found it helpful. Please remember, anytime I do a tutorial using like a specific palette or specific eyeshadows, remember that you don't have to use the exact eyeshadows or the exact palette that I use when I create these looks. You can just use the techniques that I used, or you can use colors similar to the ones that I used in the tutorial. You don't have to go out and buy a palette just to be able to do the look. You can create the look yourself. I hope that when you guys watch my tutorials, you don't just want to go home and do exactly what I just did. I kind of want my tutorials more to like inspire you guys to do your own thing and kind of push you to do your own thing, and just let my tutorials kind of fuel your creativity and kind of help you come up with different ideas for your makeup and help you to step out of the box and just help you to be a little bit more confident when you're doing your makeup and kind of just go for it. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. You can just watch my tutorials and let my tutorials lead you to do whatever your heart desires, which is what I hope happens. Very quickly, I just wanted to say a really, really, really big thank you. I know I don't have like a million subscribers or anything like that, but the subscribers that I do have, you guys have been honestly so nice. Like especially lately, the amount of nice comments that I've been getting, it's just like so sweet, and I don't even know how to say thank you enough. I love when you guys comment and tell me that like you like my tutorial or that you enjoyed the look, or I love when you guys comment asking me to do specific things, because it just gives me a better idea of what it is that you guys want to see. So please never hesitate to comment and tell me that you want to see something specific, or you want me to do something with a specific palette. Like just let me know, and I'm more than happy to do it. But thank you guys so much for being so supportive and for just always telling me that I did a good job, or that you liked this in my tutorial, or that you love my channel. Like it really, really, really does make me so happy, and it really makes my day when I read those comments. It's just like so sweet and so nice. So thank you guys so much. Thank you. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, please go ahead and subscribe. And if you like this video, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for everything. I'll see you guys in my next tutorial. Bye.